Hey everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with a tabletop video that's not on the table. These guns, long guns, are obviously a little too long to get the whole gun on the table, so I got to be up in front here. I'll try and like push it in a little bit so you can get some closer up video like I do in the tabletop videos, but I'll have to bring it in a little bit for you guys. I want to apologize right off the beginning here because right now my brain isn't working so great. I'm on an extreme diet for a show that I'm doing, and low body fat, low food consumption, zero carbs. Sometimes the brain just stops working for a little bit, but I'll try and cut any nonsense out of the video and try and get through this as best I can. So what do we have here? We got the Specna arms. It's the Core SA-J73. It's an AEG Airsoft Rifle. Again, tabletop video. No shooting in this video. That'll be probably next week. My show is actually the end of next week, so I'll do the best I can to get some videos out next week. I might only get one out, but I'll try and get I'm doing 2 tabletop videos, so I've got another Specna Arms product, an Edge product that I'm going to be showing this week as well. And next week I'm going to try and do both of the field test videos for both of those guns. So this is, again, an AEG Airsoft Rifle. We do have it in our Canada store, and I believe it might be in our US store as well, but for sure it's in our Canada store. We got a lot of the Specna Arms products there. I just can't remember exactly if we have all of them, or we might have some of them in the US store, but maybe not all of them. I'll put links in the description for you to purchase these so you can find them easily, whether they be, whatever store they're going to be in. We also have replicaAirguns.com for articles, post reviews, and of course replicaAirguns.ca.and.us for the different US and Canadian products. Okay, so let's get into the specifications. Made by Specna Arms, obviously, based on the AK platform. You can see it's AK based. It's not AR based or anything else. It is semi-auto and full auto selectable, as most AEGs are. It does, again, shoot with a single action only trigger. It's basically an electric trigger. It's not mechanical. So because it's got a battery and motors, you just basically closing the circuit and it fires. If you hold it down, it just fires in full auto if you've got that selected. Shoots 6mm plastic airsoft BBs. You can, choose your weight, obviously. Heavier rounds will be a little truer through the air, better for long distance shooting. Lighter rounds might be better for close quarters. It does have a high capacity magazine. So this magazine holds 430 rounds. So you got the spring thing, you got the little spring loader that you have to crank up every once in a while when you're partway through that magazine, just to keep it going and keep the flow happening. It does have a nylon fiber reinforced polymer frame, so receiver, but there's a lot of metal on it as well. So you're going to have, I believe I'm pretty sure the rear stock is actually metal, at least a combination of metal and plastic. You've got, I believe, a stamped steel dust cover here. You've got some metal parts of the barrel. All the parts up front are metal. The sights are metal. The trigger guard and trigger are metal. There's a rail system here on this side. I'll show you in a bit. It's metal. So lots of metal. You're going to find plastic in the grip here. You're going to find a plastic magazine. You're going to find, again, a plastic receiver and a plastic front, grip up front here, right? Stock portion up front. But the rest of it's pretty much all metal. It's got a good weight at 5.7 pounds. So, it's just about perfect, I think, for weight. It's not too heavy or too light. Now the total length is going to be 23.4 inches to 32.6, depending on whether she's closed or open, obviously. And the total length, and I already did that one, and it's 15.7 inches inner barrel. It's a 6.03 millimeter tight bore barrel. It's non-rifled. And this gun has a rating of about 370 to 380 with the built-in, so with the spring that's already pre-installed. I'm not sure what the spring is. It might be an M60, but it also does, and I'll just jump ahead here, it does come with an M90 spring, which is a little bit lower velocity. So if you're going to be doing, close quarter stuff, you might want to use that spring. Again, it has that folding metal rear stock, which is, it feels to me, it was like when I brought it out of the box, it was cold. So I think it's metal. I'm pretty sure it's metal. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You got to kind of take some keys and do the old, it might be plastic. It felt cold. Anyways, could be plastic. Probably is plastic, because if it was metal, this gun would probably be over 5.7 pounds. So could be, not sure. All right, so the metal dust cover, again, it allows access to all your bits and pieces in here so you can get to the internal hop-up from there. And well, I'll just show you that right now because I won't take it off again. So you can see here you've got access to your, and there goes my paperwork, to your hop-up. You've got your battery in here, and it's actually got a bit of room for a battery. So you do have some battery options. Some of these can be a little bit, hard to get batteries in because there's such limited space. So there's a little more space there for some options, different battery sizes. Now you do have this side mount plate here for adding optics, right? Whether it be a red dot or some sort of optical system. You find these on some of the AKs. They can't really put them on the dust cover, so they mount them on the side. It's not a Picatinny rail by any means, but it's their own unique system that they use on AK style guns. And it does have a V3 gearbox, which is a decent gearbox for the price point. We'll get into that later. But it's, it's a decent gearbox, lots of metal parts in it. So not going to go too wrong with that. And again, it comes with the two springs, the factory 380 spring, and then it's got the M90 spring, which is a lower velocity spring. I have it written down here at 210 FPS. It seems kind of low, but it is lower velocity. It's going to bring it down a bit. Now it also has an ESA quick spring change system, so it allows you to swap that spring out fairly easily, and you don't need to disassemble the gun at all. I believe if you can get at it by essentially popping your dust cover off and just folding your stock out, and you can get at that spring pretty easy. So that's kind of awesome, right? Awesomeness. Well, it looks like you might need a little tool there to get it out, but other than that, maybe one tool and you're ready to go. You don't need a workbench or anything. And it is a Polish-based distributor, the company, and made in the PRC. We're going to quickly show you what comes in the box. So here's the M90 spring that it comes with. You get a cleaning rod, and if you've got a jam in there, you can use this to jam any BBs or push any of the jam BBs out. There's not really a manual. I haven't looked at it per se, but you do get this QR code. So if you want to scan that on your computer, I'll just hold that for you. You can scan it and you can check out the manual yourself. There's some basic stuff on the back, like instructions on how to not shoot yourself in the face, things like that. You get some little bit of stuff that comes with it. It's not sticker. Oh, it looks like these are stickers. Yeah, so you got some stickers and you got some paraphernalia there that comes in the box. This is what the box looks like. So again, it's the core system. So the core system with Specna Arms is their entry-level system, their value system. I'm not going to say it's a cheap gun because their core stuff is pretty decent for the price. So you got on the back here, you got some little, some nice stuff here. Just hit my microphone. And so anyways, you can take a look, zoom in there if you need to, freeze it on the YouTubes. Actually, sorry, not the YouTubes. The Vimeo. Used to be the YouTubes. Okay, so where are we at now? We're going to go and take a look at it. I'm going to try and show you this gun is nice and close. Hopefully we'll get some nice video here. Everything in focus. This camera is actually really good at focusing on products up front. I love it this way. But you can see here, this is all metal, right? You've got your metal front post sight here. And what's nice about this is it's not exactly easy, but I believe you can turn it, right? So you can adjust the height there. But you can also adjust the height, right, for elevation on here. There's no windage adjustments, but this is a metal sight, and you can pinch this in. So if you want to shoot higher or lower, you can adjust this on the fly in the field, right? So, and I believe with a tool, you can get in here and adjust this one as well. Okay, so let's take a good look at this, right? You can kind of see in there, but that's not where you're going to get to your hop up, okay? And then, nice metal stamped plate there. Got your rear stock. Oh, this is interesting. I don't even know what that is. What is this? Let me check this out. I don't know what that is. It sticks out. It's probably some way to get in there. If I figure it out, it's sort of staying in place there. I don't know what that is. Interesting. It's got this little guy here, and you can see it goes like that, but my manual doesn't really tell me what's going on. It should come off, I'm thinking. It looks like there's screws though. Okay. Okay, interesting. I don't know, but it will stay there. And then it pops out. I have no idea what that's for. Put a comment in there. If you know what this is all about, let me know, because I don't know what that's for. But that's kind of cool, nonetheless. All right, so let's take a look at the other side, right? Again, all metal up front here. Plastic here, metal all through the top portion, right? The bolt is metal as well. The sights, this piece right here is metal. The frame itself is plastic. The magazine is plastic. The grips are plastic, but the trigger guard and trigger are metal. And then there's some metal and plastic in that rear stock, okay? And I didn't show you on the other side because I was looking at it from the other side, but it does have a sling mounts, right? On the rear there, and I'm sure you can mount something on the front. You got a sling mount on the front here as well, okay? So really nice looking gun, and for the price, I don't think we're gonna get into the pros and the cons. Let's do that now. I do talk a little bit about price. It's affordable. It's really affordable. Like, you know, it's the price of a decent pistol, like a mid-quality pistol is about $200. This is $200 in Canada, at least at the time of this video. That's an amazing price. For what you're getting, you know, the amount of metal that's in it, it's a decent price, a decent product. So there's quality components throughout both the Core and the Edge series. Even the Core line, like I said, the Core is the entry level, you know, more price effective version over the Edge, which I'll be showing an Edge gun later on this week. But all decent components in there. It does have that precision barrel, internal 6.03 millimeter barrel. It's got the ESA quick spring change system, which makes spring changes quick and easy. Again, it comes with the 2 springs, so you've got different springs for different types of shooting scenarios. It's got the plastic parts that are fiber reinforced, making them durable. So it's not just, you know, cheap plastic, it's fiber reinforced. Again, quality. Rear sight is adjustable on the fly for elevation, not windage. There's no orange tip. You don't have to worry about, you know, trying to swap that out or painting it. So at least in Canada, no orange tip. And then you've got the side mount option for adding an optical or red dot sight. So that's built right into the gun, ready to go. Just got to buy your sight for it. And you've got that metal V3 gearbox with metal gears and mostly all metal parts inside, with a decent amount of space for the battery. So, you know, not all of these guns, it's a decent sized gun, so you'd hope that there's enough battery space in there, but some of the more compact airsoft rifles, you know, you have very limited battery options. And then the weight is about perfect. So yeah, it doesn't have a metal receiver, but that's okay. The weight is good for this gun. I wouldn't necessarily want to go heavier than this, especially if you start adding on a sight and different things to it, then all of a sudden you're going to increase the weight anyways. All right, a few cons. I mean, the plastic receiver could be looked at as a con, right? If you want the more realistic receiver. AKs are a beefy, heavier gun if you want that. And you do need to remove the dust cover and use a screwdriver, from what I can tell, to adjust that hop up. So it's not just like a little, you know, spinny job that you can spin with your finger like a lot of guns have. There's a screw there and it's a slider. Now there's no battery or charger included, but that's pretty typical, you know, especially for a couple $100. I wouldn't expect a battery and charger to come with it. And, you know, oftentimes those batteries and chargers are pretty, you know, entry level. They're just really basic stuff that you're probably going to want to upgrade anyways, or already have a bunch. If you're into airsoft, you've got a bunch of batteries, lipos, and chargers and all of that stuff. So you don't need a garbagey one anyways that came with it. All right, that's it. I think I got through this review pretty well, actually, under the circumstances here with the no food, no carbs. And again, hopefully next week, I'm going to have some follow-up field test shooting videos for this gun, and another one, hopefully, if I can get that in. So we're going to just keep plugging away as long as my brain continues to work. Stay posted for that. If you're interested in buying it, again, links in the description. And of course, replicairguns.com. I'll put up written posts with additional photos. Maybe some stuff I might have missed in the video might be added in there as well. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And yeah, that's going to do it for now. All right. Thanks for watching. I think I blew this a little bit. I totally got on my see, I told you the brain was going to stop working. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time. Take care.